Y'all, let me find out that Brittany repented because she gave some good godly advice. I must say, I'm surprised hearing this from Brittany. Amber was basically telling her that she feels like this decision, God is telling her to make this decision, I believe, to stay with her husband. And I'm not going to argue against that because perhaps she's right. And that's why I feel like the advice that Brittany gave was actually the best advice she could give with the statement that Amber made. Because a lot of the times when somebody says that they feel as if God is directing them to a specific path or specific direction, at that point, it's like, who are you to argue with the Lord, especially if they feel like they've heard from God? You kind of just got to point them to, if that's the case, then you have to stay prayed up. And that's exactly what Brittany said. Because she let her know, look, I don't know why you're staying with this man. There's a lot of men that don't have children or have had children, but not in the way that Anthony has brought a child into this relationship that would adore Amber, that would love Amber. But if she's saying that this is what the Lord is leading her to do, then she really has to be prayed up because this relationship that she's entering into with Anthony is different. And it also shed light to the fact that Amber has to think about everything that just comes with the relationship and Kai. Shayla still is part of the equation, especially if that's his son. Look, at this point, Amber needs to trust the process. Anthony out here talking about some trust the process. Amber needs to trust the process if she's staying in this relationship because she feels like the Lord is leading her to do so. She needs to trust the process. Although she needs to accept the fact that her staying with Anthony also means that Kai and Shayla are still in the equation, I still feel like it is Anthony's responsibility to ease her into the situation. He can't just sit here and bombard her with Kai. I'm sorry. He can't just pop up on her like that without any type of warning or any type of introduction. It doesn't work like that, Anthony. It just does not work like that. It's his responsibility for him to ease his wife into the situation and just recognize what your wife is feeling like when she looks at Kai. He has to think about that because it will sound bad coming from Amber if she told him that right now she's just not comfortable with Kai at the moment because it reminds her of Shayla and him cheating. So he has to think about that. I know his wife has been strong. I know she's been like the spiritual anchor in their relationship, but hey, Anthony's gonna have to man up and really pray up and really stand up because he can't expect us to be strong all the time. Thank you for watching.